Oh, there's one other item of interest. I found it in the Baron's jacket, but didn't want to open it without you. A note of some kind. I trust you to open it more carefully than I could, or than I would. What does it say? The girl who died and the innocent with her. Matins chapter. What? The girl? What girl? And what innocent? Someone from the village? One of the nuns, perhaps. It's been years since any of the nuns have died. Perhaps Mother Cecilia would remember. Can you tell who wrote it? Well, they're not in Italian, I can tell you that. Italian scribes use humanist script. This is a highly refined Gothic hand. As good as Adoc and Gui are, I don't think they could replicate this. What? Really? If not them, who? I intend to find out. I wish you good luck finding the answer. Now, I'm sorry to rush you, but I must ask you to leave. Every minute you stay here is additional... Were you expecting someone? Brother Florian, could you open up? It's Werner Stolz, the physician from Tassing. Yes, I'm in the middle of something. Could you return after supper? I'm afraid I can't wait. Father Journo asked me to examine the Baron's body. All right, just give me a moment. Andreas, I need you to hide yourself. Of course. Ah, Dr. Stoltz. Sorry to keep you waiting. Now, what did you need? The abbot wanted me to examine the Baron's body before his wife arrives. It seems unnecessary at this point, as I've just completed my own examination. Well then, what's the harm in letting me take a look? Dr. Stoltz, with all respect, I've finished. The cause of death is clear. If you had arrived an hour ago, I would have had no problem with your assistance. Assistance? I'm a university-trained physician. I can examine a corpse on my own without the help of a battlefield sawbones. I'm gonna remain hidden. Regardless of your opinions regarding my abilities, the examination is finished. If you insist on inspecting the body anyway, I must insist that the abbot tells me himself. What? Making me bring the abbot here is a waste of time. So is performing an examination on this corpse immediately after one was just completed. Idiotic. I'll return with Father Journo presently. Using the word presently correctly is like sex to me. It's good. It's good. That was close. Now, quickly leave through the cloister before they return. Of course. Thank you, Brother Florian. Think nothing of it. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then. He might be outside and see me. He wasn't outside and saw me. Eat! We shall eat! I should find someone to eat with. I can't get that note out of my head. The girl who died and the innocent with her. What could it mean? And who wrote it? So, the innocent could be a child. That's what came to my mind immediately. So he might have been a child that was... a woman that was born... or that was... that died in childbirth, perhaps? I don't know. But either way, Oh, I can talk to Margaret. Master Maller. Yes, it's me, sister. Oh, yeah, she's not the one that was in prison. I mistook her. She's the one that can't see very well, anyway. Do you think Brother Piero really murdered the Baron? No, of course not. Oh, then why did Father Abbot have him put in the cellar? Father Abbot is afraid of what will happen if we can't figure out who the killer really is. Do you think the devil could appear here at Kirsau? No, I think people see the devil where they want to see him. I didn't see the devil, but I think I smelled his odor. Last night, and she was set up as already as somebody who smells very well. Last night I woke before matins and I smelled something in our dormitory. It was strange. Moss and sulfur mixed with frankincense and roses. It moved through the room. I wanted to scream, but I was too frightened. And then it was gone. Frankincense and roses. I don't know the smell of frankincense. If it's like just incense, then I kind of know a little. Moss? I'm ashamed that I didn't cry out, but I didn't know what to do. I don't know that I would have done any better, sister. That's small comfort, but thank you. Thank you, Sister Margaret. God bless you, Master Maller. Moss and some other stuff. Frankincense or roses. And it's an unfamiliar smell to her. I would imagine it isn't just the Baron, because it could have been just the Baron smelling. Oh, Cecilia's gone. I'll look around a little. But I can't go anywhere. Little kitty. Hello. I can tell the recording of this, this might be stock sounds, to be fair, but I've tried recording my own cats, and they meow very loudly, and it sounds like what we just heard. Not very loudly. Unless you're, like, cranking up things. Well, a large amount of the sound that comes from a cat is just the environment, rather than... Recording it in microphone is difficult, because you don't record the environment as much. So, yeah, it's just different. Find somebody to have dinner with. You're still here. Are you? Oh, no, she's arrived. Miklaus is not. Ooh! Fortune. Hello. Ah, look at you. Oh, boy. Oh, I can't talk to her. Lady Salomea. Ah, Master Maller. Would you care to share supper at my table? I would like to talk to you about my late husband. My Lady Rothvogel, I would be honored to break bread with you. Thank you. Please sit. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. I find myself rather out of place here, without the comfort of the Baron. Thank you for agreeing to share a meal with me, Master Maller. Of course, the honor is mine. It's a terrible thing what happened to the Baron. It has given me the shock of my life. I'm trying to find comfort where I can in my ladies and the Lord. Select the food to eat. So what do we have to eat here? We have quail. We have emmental cheese and wheat bread. Ooh, that's what it's all about. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Oh, that's the only two things we have. Can't drink anything. Okay. She's having the same thing. Not that there is much comfort to be found in these cold and dreary alpine towns. Lorenz and I had meant to take a tour of them before returning home to Worms, but, well, return we shall. But it's not as you had hoped. No, certainly not. It is only by Christ's grace that I will see this through. Though Lorenz has given me my fair share of troubles in the years of our marriage. I never would have wished such an end for him, for anyone. I pray his immortal soul has found the peace in death that so eluded him in life. Are you married yourself, Master Maller? A woman waits for me in Nuremberg. When I finish my work here, we will be wed. Do you not look forward to the responsibilities of marriage, Master Maller? Perhaps it's no surprise you and Lorenz became fast friends. I imagine he saw something of himself in you. Rarely have I met someone with such a depth of knowledge and a thirst for debate. His thirsts were not limited to his scholarly pursuits, regrettably. His lusts for drink and women once afflicted him with great remorse, though such shame faded with time. Lawrence was a flawed man. His various infidelities were no secret to me, but are we not all flawed before Christ? Oh, there's another thing over here. I loved him as a wife should properly love her husband, but I would not say that we were friends. I only hope his appetites are not what led him to this end. I've been searching for the answer to that quandary myself. Were you and Lawrence so close that you would trouble yourself so? My motivation is personal. My mentor, Brother Piero, was found with the Baron's body, but I do not believe he killed your husband. If not him, then who? There are many possibilities, both here at the Abbey and in town. Your husband managed to cultivate many enemies in his short time here. That does sound like Lawrence. He was a man of many opinions, and he gave them freely to all who would listen, and some who would not. The previous abbot, Father Matthias, seemed to appreciate that about him. This new abbot is perhaps more conservative? Father Matthias was an open-minded man, from all I've heard, a true scholar. Father Journeau doesn't share Matthias's passion for the written word, yet endures the expense of it. To be put in such a position would make any man unhappy. I understand. I wonder what he will make of Lawrence's gift to the Abbey. I know what gift it is, so I'm just going to wait for her to continue. He had found a book about the history of Tassing. He believed it contained some scandalous details. He said it corroborated fears Father Matthias had expressed, but he didn't share the particulars with me. Do you have a sense of what the scandals involved? Beyond the broad basket of Tassing's history, I cannot say. My understanding is that this community is quite old. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. I have some education, but I lack my husband's thirst for knowledge. If you find the book, hopefully its significance will be apparent. If God's wills it. Do you plan to stay in Tassing long? Only so long as it takes the Archdeacon to investigate my husband's murder. Though the circumstances of my time here are dire, I'm in no hurry to return. Why is that, if I may ask? I shouldn't... I see a glimmer now of what Lawrence saw in you. You are a disarming man, Master Mallory, and much too easy to talk to. To be frank, I do not know what will become of me when I return to Worms. I was actually thinking of that as she was talking. Because, of course, she's the Baroness, but she'll become... I mean, there's going to be hereditary stuff going on right now. So her title is, but yeah. My title and residence may be in jeopardy. Lawrence and I have a son, but he is young yet. I don't know many of the legalities, only that my position is at some risk. You are in a difficult position, my lady. I will pray for your happiness. As will I, Master Mallory. I am sorry to cut our conversation short, but I fear I must rest. Of course, you've had a long day. With many yet to come, I fear. Be well, Master Mallory. And whatever anyone says of my husband, I'm certain he appreciated your friendship. I should get some sleep or break into the library. Hello, Master Mallory. Yes. Hello, Master Fortune. I will break into the library. I don't really think I have a need to do much. I wonder who else would have eaten with me. I think this is a good thing to do. To have come here to talk to the widow. Yeah, see blood right here? This blood stain is awful. It must have been left by the Baron before he died, but how? A Dance of Death mural. Oof. Father Matthias had it painted years before his death. It's interesting as well. Wait a minute. Was this always empty like this? I think it was. So the large garden is right here. I wonder what recipes the brothers have for peas. These cucumbers are growing quickly. I'm sure whatever isn't eaten will be pickled. Yeah, we've had that. There's the abbot's house. Hello. Hello. I think the recording there, you can hear the dog just moving about. It's not just the hearths. It's also the the dog just being happy. Cellar is closed. Dormitory is closed as well. Oh. Oh shit, Matthew is the Abbey's circuitor. If he sees me, he'll kick me out. I have to keep out of sight until he's passed. Good thing he can't see well. I don't know what a circuitor is. We can learn that in a little bit. I think I might be able to... No, I can't from now. From here. Press J and nothing happened. But I can now. Circuitor. Monk responsible for making rounds in the Abbey to make certain everyone is where they are supposed to be, doing what they are supposed to do. Yeah. He's the guard. Circuitor means it's got to do with circuit. He's doing circuits. Here we go. If I go up these stairs, it's going to take a while to find the records I need. I'll lose some time tomorrow morning unless I turn back now. Let's wait a little. No, should I? No, I should. Yeah. I was going to go to the tower because it kind of seemed like a good opportunity, but let's not do that. Search the nuns' records. Making a huge amount of noise. What is this? Southern wood. The Erbish Cambriae. On the herbs of Wales. Mugwort. The writer is Cadfaelush of Salopia. I don't believe I've heard of him. Interesting. He writes about butcher's broom. The Greeks used it to aid with urination and defecation. This author claims it can also help with the reduction of swelling. He seems to be speaking from experience. A wonderful hidden treasure for the Abbey. That's interesting. I don't really see where I'm supposed to go. Oh, I know. I need to press up. There it is. What do we have here? A bifolium from the Mysteria Astra. I've read a number of treatises on astronomy, but I've never heard of this one. Seems rudimentary, explaining the connection between the astrological signs and the elements and their basic relationship to alchemy. Each sign is governed by one of the 4 elements. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are the water signs. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo are the earth signs, and so on. It cuts off there. The next page is about something else entirely. Sister Illuminata must be trying to reconstruct the larger text. Those 2 pages were interesting enough, I suppose, but quite basic. Wait. That's the connection between the astrological symbols on Ferenc's cipher and the elemental symbols on the Volvel. This must be the text he referenced to create his cipher. Interesting. That would have been much simpler to solve if I had seen this first. Yeah, it was pretty simple. This is most curious. Historia del Labyrintho Librorum. Account of the Labyrinth of Books. Derdies? Oh, this is an index, I think. Maybe. I believe a Bolognese professor told me a tale about such a place in Piedmont. Somewhat hard to believe, to be honest. That old man was quite a storyteller, I must admit. Yeah, I don't know what that is. In the slightest. This looks promising. The familiarities of the Sisters of Kiersau Abbey. Yes. Ooh. There's years here. Can't really tell what's going on. Mater Catarina Monasteri Prefecta. Mother Catherine was the first to enter the records, it looks like, almost 50 years ago. Oh, so now this makes sense. And because it didn't work like this in the first time we saw a book. Sister Hildegard from the Goldrich family in Ravensburg, quite wealthy. It looks like she became the prioress after Mother Catherine. Sister Cecilia Adelaide? Adelaide? Yeah. Oh, this is Mother Cecilia's record. Wait, she's from the Vesler family? They're one of the most powerful families in Augsburg. It looks like her family donates a lot of money to Kiersau every year. More than my family sees in 10. Figlia, that's daughter of Velserorum. So it's the Versal. Agostai Vindetlice. There's probably more names. Nomine. Oh, that's the... Yeah, Nomine, it's probably the family name. Because Prenomine, I believe. For her main name, her first name. Oh, Sorard is sister. I didn't know that. Oh, I forgot, honestly, because sorority is a sisterhood, and that's where it comes from. Ila Prudence, Doctora, yeah, there's some information there about her qualifications, I think. And then Gertrude's here. Sister Gertrude from Hoff, the herbalist, yes. Her father is an apothecary, that explains it. Matilda. Oblate. Yes, the nun's cellarer. An appointed official in a monastery responsible for maintaining food, supplies, and for maintaining the grounds. She came from Kempton. Merchant family. They donated pigments to use in the scriptorium. Quite thoughtful. I'll have to thank them if I ever get the chance. This note says Sister Matilda left the Abbey for several months. Why would she go to a hermitage? Seems... Oh, she's the one. Matilda is the one. Why should... she seems strange that she's the only entry with such a note. The date's 3 years ago. This was just before Father Matthias died. Which means it was around the time Baron Rothvogel visited. This has to be it. Matilda must be the nun the Baron harmed on his last visit. I should talk to Mother Cecilia again and maybe Sister Matilda as well. Yes, and then we have Sister Illuminata. Oh, this should be interesting. Sister Illuminata. Named Angeline from the Capocci family in Perugia. It looks like they have some connection to Kiersau through an old abbot, Rudolf. Their family donates money to the Abbey every year as well. Sophie from Brigit's, I believe. Her family is poor, but they donated flour. Lisbeth Oblate, she's from Utrecht. Did I see Lisbeth? Yeah, I don't think I have. It looks like she had an eventful life before coming here. Married with a child. Both died. Her merchant family has some connection to Kiersau through the Kaufmanns of Rothenburg ob der Tauber. But the Rothenburg that's the family name? It's very obvious in English that it is of the, but also I'm pretty sure it's German. Margareta Oblata here as well. Sister Margaret. Oh, the blind girl who assists Gertrude. Indeed. Right there. Oh, now we see her, like, in higher detail. I can also right-click and see her. There it is. Those are supposed to be white eyes, I think. She went blind because of a failed surgery on her cataracts. Yeah. Wealthy peasant family. They donated wool and a pasture in Krimmel. Wow. Sisters Denna. This should be good. They donate a fortune to the Abbey? No wonder Mother Cecilia and the Abbot let her behave as she does. Yeah. I mean, she's just very insolent, I believe. Talk to Cecilia or Matilda. I will talk to Matilda if I can. Although, if I remember correctly, she might have said that she didn't want to talk to me. Because of, you know, men talking to the nuns and all that. So I think we're good. Oh, crap.